Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic are two of the craftiest players in the league, and both have been a nightmare for opposing teams' defensive schemes. Kyrie is known as quite a controversial guy, and has changed multiple teams in his career due to specific reasons. On the other hand, Luka seems quite pleased during his time on the Mavericks. The Mavs gave Luka 207 million reasons to smile during the 2022-23 offseason to show their gratitude. Kyrie Irving was the first pick in the 2011 NBA draft. He was selected by the Cleveland Cavaliers and he spent the first 6 seasons in the league as a Cavs player. He seemed happy during his time there until he was completely overshadowed by LeBron James. Even though they had amazing chemistry on the court, Kyrie didn't seem to like the role of Robin to LeBron's Batman. Despite winning the toughest championship in NBA history 2 seasons prior, Kyrie requested a trade from the Cavaliers. He was traded to the Celtics. He had a great season up until March 24, 2018, when he was ruled out due to a procedure that was scheduled to remove 2 screws from his patella that were inserted in 2015. The Celtics had an amazing postseason run, reaching the conference finals, but losing in 7 games to LeBron's Cavaliers. That was the Celtics' most successful season during Kyrie's time on the team. With Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown both rapidly improving, Kyrie's role as the main man was again uncertain. Ironically, in the 2019 offseason, Kyrie signed with the Brooklyn Nets, becoming a Robin yet again, this time to Kevin Durant's Batman. He opened the season, though, with a 50 bomb, becoming the first player in NBA history to debut with 50 points for any team. Kyrie then missed 26 games, this time due to a shoulder injury, returning in January 2020. January 26, 2020 is one of the saddest days for the NBA due to the passing of NBA great Kobe Bryant, Kyrie's idol and great friend. He took this to heart, and hasn't been the same guy he was prior to his death. A month later, Kyrie was ruled out for the remainder of the season as he needed to undergo a surgery on his shoulder. The following season, Kyrie became a member of the 50-40-90 club, but unfortunately for him and the Nets, he got injured again, this time in the playoffs when it mattered most. In Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Bucks, Kyrie landed on Giannis's foot and sprained his ankle and missed Game 5. As the Bucks won the series in 7 games and later won the championship, it's a pretty interesting what-if scenario. What if Kyrie didn't sprain his ankle and played in Game 5? The 2021-22 season was full of controversies for Kyrie due to his refusal to get vaccinated. With the Nets getting James Harden and now having a big 3 of him, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving, they instantly became title favorites. But, as Kyrie refused to get the vaccine, the Nets announced that Kyrie would become a part-time player. Due to him playing on and off, the Nets couldn't develop good chemistry and figure out a game plan that would fit the squad best. The Nets entered the playoffs as the 7th seed. They were swept by the Celtics 4-0, resulting in one of the most disappointing super team seasons in NBA history. In the summer of 2022, Kyrie opted into his player option, returning to the Nets squad. But the start of the season was full of controversies for Kyrie Irving, ultimately in him saying that he was unfit to be associated with the Brooklyn Nets, and requesting a trade in February 2023. Kyrie was traded to the Dallas Mavericks, now becoming the Robin to the NBA's wonder boy Luka Doncic's Batman. So why is Kyrie's history on NBA teams important? Well, his time on other teams has always ended in controversial fashion, often because of Kyrie's beliefs and actions. However, he still remained one of the best players in the NBA, and his talents cannot be denied. Being paired with a player as great as Luka Doncic means instant hell for opposing teams. But how will this duo work? So far, they've played 2 games together, both ending in a loss. However, this is only the beginning and the two will need some time to develop chemistry on the court. The good thing is that Luka and Kyrie, as well as coach Jason Kidd and owner Mark Cuban, feel good about the Kyrie-Luka pairing. After their first game together, Kyrie was feeling really good. "I'm glad we got it out of the way," Irving said of sharing the floor with Doncic for the first time. "But while I was out there, it felt really special just in terms of the opportunities we had on both ends of the floor to really learn from one another and just gain some more confidence." Despite losing the game, Coach Kidd was satisfied with how the two worked together on the court. "It was smooth. It's basketball," Kidd said. "I thought those two did an incredible job, both of them bringing the ball up, both of them playing without the ball. Now it's just a matter of getting minutes and being able to see which spots they like or are very comfortable playing out of. I think the pick and roll with those two is going to be really good for us." Luka, who was super excited when he heard the news about Kyrie Irving becoming a Maverick, "It's only our first game together, but I think it's so fun to play with this guy. He's an amazing basketball player. I think it's going to be really fun. Today, first game, it was really fun too." It's really important for the Mavericks' success that Kyrie and Luka develop a good chemistry, but knowing Luka and what type of guy he is, the two of them will work just fine. "Pick your poison," Mark Cuban said it best. The Mavs owner believes that the duo will be lethal and has serious potential. The opportunity to get another player like Kyrie that's transcendental would give us the best backcourt in the NBA. We have probably the best ball handler in Luka, and now we feel like we have the second best as well. And that creates unique opportunities, puts a lot of pressure on the defense. When Harden joined the Nets, there was a question about roles and usage, responsibilities, and according to Kyrie, he wanted Harden to run the point guard position and declared himself as the two. Unfortunately, we all know how Kyrie and Harden worked out and how long that duo lasted. Everybody knows the ramifications of getting involved with Kyrie Irving. He's had multiple star players who couldn't work it out with him. But as a basketball player, Kyrie's a tremendous offensive player, and one that can actually fit with Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic and Spencer Dinwiddie played really well together while Dinwiddie was on the Mavs. When you consider that Kyrie is a better scorer, decision-maker, and off-ball player than Dinwiddie, and has great playoff experience, this new pairing could become lethal. Luka has great playmaking gravity, which Kyrie can use to the fullest potential. He can also take control of the game in situations where Luka feels tired. Kyrie can score off the dribble, off of catch-and-shoot situations, and create opportunities for his teammates. This is a duo that has basically no offensive weaknesses in their game. Both Kyrie and Luka have proven themselves in the past as players that are capable to win a game, or even a playoff series for their team single-handedly. One of the more devastating plays in the Mavs toolbox is the guard-guard pick-and-pops Doncic runs with Reggie Bullock or Tim Hardaway Jr., which almost always leaves them open on an above-the-break three with Luka double-teamed. Imagine leaving Kyrie Irving open for a catch-and-shoot three-pointer. He's shooting 38% on catch-and-shoot threes, and has been in the 40s for most of his career. Opposing teams have two options: either double-team Luka and leave Kyrie possibly open on a catch-and-shoot, or guard Kyrie off the ball and have one defender focused on Luka. In other words, as Mark Cuban said, pick your poison. But we all know that when you have Kyrie on your squad, it's rarely all sunshine and rainbows. You usually get some locker room problems or no-shows from him. And as he's always one of the best guys on the squad, his lack of consistency is a big hit on the team's performance. Kyrie has shown glimpses of Allen Iverson in the later days of his career, where his defense and focus on the defensive end and attention to detail are all out of whack. However, his defense is still good as Spencer Dinwiddie's, who was the main guy that was included in the package for Kyrie. Kyrie is often toxic for the team's chemistry because he's unsatisfied with his role on the squad. He has his own beliefs that are often misunderstood, and those misunderstandings can result in him becoming frustrated. Kyrie's also a very injury-prone player that misses a lot of games, especially in the regular season. Kyrie's been injured for almost one-third of his career, missing 220 out of 946 regular season games in his career. However, we've got to give credit where credit's due. Whether healthy or not, he always shows up for the playoffs and plays his best basketball when it matters most. So how will this duo work? When you have players as gifted as Luka and Kyrie, it's not advised to bet against them. Having that much talent on a roster is a bomb that can explode at any time and can cause serious damage. Whether the damage done will affect the opposing team or the Dallas Mavericks squad is up to Kyrie's current mental state. It's possible that with a guy as friendly as Luka, that Kyrie will remain satisfied, but you can never know beforehand. The Mavs are currently the 6th seed in the Western Conference, but there are still 20-plus games to be played in the regular season, so Kyrie and Luka still have enough time to develop their chemistry. Let's hope they develop chemistry fast and we get to enjoy their basketball as much as we can. This is a duo that can be a serious problem for their opponents in the playoffs.